All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, Island Uncharted. On today's adventure, we are visiting the Klanawa River Valley. The Klanawa River Valley is a remote wilderness nestled between Nitinat and Bamfield, British Columbia. We are going to be exploring the Klanawa River Valley Ecological Reserve, checking out some river spots, looking for some elk sheds, amongst a whole bunch of other cool stuff. So join us on the adventure. Let's go check out the Klanawa River Valley. All right, so we're at our first stop here, down at the Klanawa River. We're gonna go have a look around here and see if we can find any elk antlers. Very super elky area. Ugh, it's a little thick in here. Oh God, it's wet. Oh yeah, you can see a sign of elk all over.
Now I know what you're probably thinking, it's not shed season, but with the amount of elk sign I see here, I wouldn't be surprised if I found one from last year.
It's thick, rotten. I feel like I'm sort of following a trail, I don't know. All right, so we're getting down here close to the river, starting to see elk poop everywhere, which is a good sign when you're hunting for sheds. All right, so we're just rolling out here, finally made it down to the river bank. I was kind of hoping to see some elk, but so we made it down here to the river. Just before we come out onto the river, pretty certain I heard elk. It's very, distinct noise. All right, so we're walking along the creek bed here. I mean, you can see the amount of animal traffic. These are all elk tracks. Super fresh, probably from this morning. So what we're looking at here is actually an elk rub, for those of you who don't know. They take their antlers and they scrape to get the velvet off. If you see right here, this is a very fresh disturbance. Typically what'll happen is they'll dislodge the soil and it'll dry out. So I can tell this is super fresh. I mean, you can see all these trees are just absolutely raked by the elk. This is definitely a very elky spot.
I walk a fair bit of distance upstream, some pretty unique terrain here, but today's just one of those days where I'm just not blessed by the antler gods. And to be completely honest, I'm perfectly okay with that. It's a beautiful sunny day.
All right, so we have a pretty significant situation here. The dog we're with caught scent of the elk, and she crossed the river and she's nowhere to be found. We had her on the leash before, but we let her off. We thought we were fine, and she is long gone. So my adventure partner is currently crossing the river, and I am going to pick up the Jeep and double back around because the road is just on the other side. Dogs cross somewhere around here into that forest. All right, so we found what drew the dog. Elk guts here. That's a huge gut pile. Super fresh. All right, so we recovered the dog. We're back on track. We're gonna head to the Klanawa Ecological Reserve. She's a little crooked. All right, so as I suspected, the bridge is gone. Last time I was here about 3 or 4 years ago, the bridge is wiped out. It's an absolute scene of chaos. Oh yeah, it used to be a road, eh? So as you can see here, the road is completely gone. There's no road. So at this point, we put on our hiking boots and continue along.
Created in 1996, the Klanawa River Ecological Reserve protects some of the last untouched old-growth stands in this valley. massive Sitka spruce, rare redwood sorrel, and critical wildlife habitat. Reserves like this one exist for a simple reason. It's so that future generations are able to experience a piece of the valley in its original form. And I don't think it receives too many visitors. At least not from this method of access. It's a living snapshot of what this rainforest must have looked like long before roads and industry. When I take a step inside, I honestly feel like I've taken a step back in time. Some of these Sitka spruce in this stand are well over 500 years old, and there's actually certain parts where the moss can be over a meter in depth. That's pretty wild. The redwood sorrel blankets the ground like a soft green carpet. It's a plant that only grows in forests that have stayed shaded and untouched for centuries.
This place is no joke. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I just had a whoopsie. I fell down a hill from up there. Yeah, from there to there. Could have been a lot worse. That's the first wipeout I've had in quite some time. That's a good like 5-6 feet though. I don't know how I did that. Like I honestly don't. All right, so after my little incident there, almost falling down the bank of death, I have found not one, not two, but 5 bear's head tooth mushrooms on one single log. There's actually one down there too. One here. Oh, this old log. This one has definitely seen better days.
It's actually illegal to harvest a mushroom within an eco reserve. Before harvesting those mushrooms, I definitely checked the coordinates. We were well outside the boundary. All right, you guys, we made it out of there safely intact. We're down here now at the river. We're gonna go have a look at the super cool forest here. Look at that gnarly old tree. Wow. If you guys look up here, you'll see all these mushrooms. Kind of like a beige tinge to them. Red tinge. That's a good tree. It's girthy. It's a girthy tree. Look at that gnarly old, haggard looking tree. That's what it's all about. So what we're actually looking at here is a nurse tree. Not just one nurse tree, but multiple. Oh God, there's another giant. Look at the size of this thing. I'm gonna go in the hole again. There's a hole there. I'm gonna fall in it probably. Thank you guys for sticking around until the end of the video. If you like this type of content, make sure to check out my channel on YouTube, Island Uncharted. I have tons of videos all over Vancouver Island with stuff just like this. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a like. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below in the comments. If you like the channel, consider subscribing. I will see you guys on the next one.